Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to 709 Meridian, a commentary podcast where we take a look at the movies and talk about them while they run. You watch them with us. It's a watch along. We are your hosts. I'm Dee, and this is Andrew.
Hello.
And tonight we're easing back into our season of pickups, franchise films that we sort of left off to the side when we did the other films in the franchise. So today we're going to do Halloween 3, Season of the Witch of the year 1982. This has long been the misunderstood sequel of the Halloween franchise. It has nothing to do with Michael Myers. It's got a lot to do with an evil company that distributes Halloween masks and a diabolical scheme that only makes sense within the confines of the movie.
Yep, it is.
It's very entertaining though. So in its own right, not a shitty Halloween movie, but a good horror film. So anything else?
I don't think anything we can't cover once we get to it.
Yeah. This one was not directed by John Carpenter, right?
No, this one is Tommy Lee Wallace, who, he went on to direct the TV movie It and some other things. Carpenter's probably got a screenwriting credit on this. There's a bunch of backstory about the writing credit, but basically Carpenter was a big fan of British. What were those movies? The fucking, oh god, Quatermass or whatever. And this is supposed to be, this is like an American. It's not quarter though. I think that's the where it ought to be, but it's not. It's quarter. But anyway, this is the American version by a person who wrote it, but I don't, either that person's script wasn't used or something. But it's got a bunch of John Carpenter players in it. Tom Atkins, Nancy Keys, Charles Cyphers. No, maybe. Is Jamie Lee Curtis's voice in it?
Jamie Lee Curtis's voice is in it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it comes and Dean Cundey shoots it, so it looks good. I bet Alan Haworth does the music, but it comes right as Carpenter's Universal deal sort of fell apart, because 82 is this and The Thing. And both of these were big disappointments for the studio, and that sort of ended Carpenter's Spielbergian period, the dark Spielberg period that lasted 2 years or whatever. So, this is...
Then Christine came out in what, 83, right?
Yeah,
and
that was
Columbia.
That was Columbia, and then he did that at Columbia, and then he did Starman at Columbia, and this was started. But then he was back at Universal with Prince of Darkness and the other one, Sunglasses.
No, They Live.
They Live, and those were his Alive brand. And there's supposed to be a third one, and it never got made either, because the first two were it's just, Carpenter found his audience a little too late and on home video and cable, basically. So this finally got rediscovery in the early 2000s, I'd say.
Late 90s.
Because it came out on DVD. 2000s. I think this came out from... There wasn't a brand.
Flip disc?
It wasn't a flip disc, but it was a card. Wasn't it a cardboard case from Good Times, along with two, because Universal licensed a bunch of movies to Good Times
Mm,
home video, and that
yeah.
was the first batch, and this was in there, and that might have been the first time it was ever anywhere letterbox. I don't know, but we have it now. It is beautifully restored multiple times, no doubt. um, Dean Cundey took his break from shooting Scooby Doo 72 to approve the thing, and people finally are watching Halloween Season of the Witch. But we got to get to it because we got other 1982 Universal things to talk about, because this is the one that looks like fucking Poltergeist and E.T. It takes
E.T.
place
Yeah.
in the 1982.
The
The
same.
Halloween of 1982 is fucked up.
Yeah. Same general area. I would say it all happened around the same time.
That's the universe. 1982 Halloweens. All right, you
1982
ready?
universe. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, starting in three, two, one, play.
Okay. Not Universal.
Not Universal. I wonder if it's going to show up.
Huh.
How? Because Universal
Lionsgate.
license, yeah,
What the
they
hell?
license. Universal doesn't want to release home videos anymore. They don't want to
But
pay
you
for
know what's cool?
transfers.
I always loved the old school horror movies with the Universal logo in the beginning of it.
Oh, they got rid of it entirely. Fuck them. Wow. Jerks. Yeah, that does suck. Wow. Okay, so now we've got, oh yeah, there are computers in this shit. So we've got computers to start.
Yeah, it's very much early 80s.
Like your VHS or your computer plugged into your TV.
Already we got the music going.
Yep. And then Deborah Hill still produced this one. I think this is the last thing they worked on together, because
Oh,
Carpenter sort of, they broke up when he went and did the thing, I think. Okay. 1982 was before Runaway. That was 84. That was
yeah,
another one
Runaway
of
was 84.
these. The future is computer movies. Special makeup's going to be important, everyone, because there's some shit in this movie. Oh, John Carpenter and Alan Howarth. Wow.
All right. So we're already telling the audience this is a different Halloween. No actual pumpkin.
Right, Dean? Okay, yeah. So the idea was this was going to be a hit, just like Halloween 2, and they were going to just make Halloween movies every year or two, or no
You know, it was an
year. They were going to
anthology
be
thing.
an anthology thing, because everybody thinks an anthology thing is going to work, and it never fucking does.
This also dropped the same year as Creep Show. I'm not sure how well that did.
There's your intro. There's your intro,
Uh,
Jack o' Lantern.
Scary.
And I don't know why nobody thought of just doing this with Halloween again. Like,
Somebody could have remade this, yeah.
yeah, you could totally do a Halloween TV series, TV movie series, or something like this. Like, Fargo has really proven you can do tonal spin offs to other people's shit almost indistinguishably. All right. This is also going to have some nods to Body Snatchers, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely
Yeah.
body snatchers and
Okay, we will have to. I will have to acknowledge. I do see some blue light coming from Dean, but he doesn't use blue everywhere. You notice the blue car is not bathed in blue light.
It already looks like and sounds like a scene from Christine.
Yeah, and that would be that's sort of the most like the early Carpenters of that sort of batch there. Like
Hmm.
Christine still feels like a John Carpenter, early Carpenter movie to some degree, whereas Starman is the big split
Yeah,
from
that's
it.
where it
And
splits.
then after
He was
that,
changing the style up a bit.
you know, and then They Live in Prince of Darkness was after he started, I don't know,
You
listening to too
watch
much Alex Cooper and
Starman.
wrestling.
Starman is almost documentarian in how they don't even seem to be acting.
Yeah, and he's never had, or he never did after that because he's functionally retired. He had a big female protagonist in that, and he never really did that again.
No,
El Camino product placement. Okay, now we're gonna establish this guy's tough or something, maybe. No, what? This
there we
does
go.
feel like Christine. What is going on?
Oh, he's a Toretto.
We okay, and also we didn't really comment on this, but we started this pickup season with oh,
Uh, uh,
the violence is also different in this one. Well, we'll get to that too, but you weren't going to find a lot of people willing to get into this. Siskel and Ebert probably did not have nice things to say, but we started this pickup season with Halloween Ends, which is the third of the H40 trilogy, and it has the same font as this one, and now it has the same junkyard, or it has a junkyard. I wonder are there going to be more things that we're going to notice now that we've watched
oh, yeah.
Ends, or is that it?
Well, the very vibe of Ends was 80s. And look,
Yeah, and there's a gas station.
gas station.
Oh God, what if it really? It's going to be fucking weird. I can't handle that.
Hmm.
This was also before Spinal Tap and Stonehenge, which turned Stonehenge into like a
Joke.
pre-internet meme type thing, you
Yeah.
know?
And then what? Uh, European vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Hell yeah.
Halloween.
Halloween. Halloween.
Pumpkin. Ah, that actually looks like a commercial that would have
Oh yeah. How much do you think
played
those
back then.
masks would have fucking cost in 1982 though? Like
They had some scary shit on the shelf back then when it wasn't like licensed stuff.
yeah, they had scary shit, but that shit was all the good shit. It was not the kid shit. Like,
I remember my mom would like put a mask on and chase me around the aisles and shit. That shit was scary.
well, there was some good stuff back then. The Toys R Us. Yeah.
Yeah, Toys R Us. Sometimes you couldn't even get in there. The aisles were all junky. Masks on the wrong costumes and shit.
Mm-hmm. Can't find the mask, or you can't find
No,
the
right.
costume. Yeah.
The costume's gone and the mask is there.
All
Saw end up
right.
being Scrappy Doo one year.
All right. So that guy's.
Oh.
Oh, and he's got a silver shamrock mask early, but he's okay. Like,
All right.
yep, Tom Atkins. Just what, 5 years before he was dad in Lethal Weapon 1? That was 87,
Same
right?
year though. Same year as Creepshow.
Yes.
He was a dad in the intro. Where
But
do you get this
also,
crap?
this is his sort of, he had a grown kid in the next, in 87. So now he's got
hmm
the little kids. That, oh, damn, Silver Shamrocks. That kid looks familiar, the little boy.
Yeah, the boy is can't remember his name, but he's been around.
Yeah, and that's Nancy Keys, also
Yeah, look at
Nancy
that.
Myers. Sadly, she's the ex-wife. And the first time I saw this, I spent the entire movie going, "Is she coming back?" She does not
She's
come back.
a proto Karen
Yeah.
sweater. Yeah, she's very irritated.
How did she not fucking? Oh, she must have hated acting. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Can you imagine her doing like a grown-up Nancy Drew or some shit? Oh, it would have
Oh
been so
shit.
good. We're back in a hospital after Halloween 2.
hmm
But I mean, there are no Easter eggs. Like besides Jamie Lee Curtis being in it, they were very serious about this being separate from Michael Myers.
There it goes.
Very nice dubbing, ADR work out of a Sergio Leone spaghetti western there. Like,
Right. Chato.
so yeah, when this came out on video, of course, it would have been pan and scan to hell because
Oh
it's
yeah, pushed
yeah,
in and
it could have been
terrible.
squeezed. Who fucking knows? Like, oh man,
Because there are some movies that just
Tom
Jaws,
Atkins, yeah, Jaws,
this
Die Hard, yeah.
Die
Any
Hard,
early
uh,
Carpenter was
the Blues Brothers. Just any Carpenter or
Close Encounters, this Star Wars, this Star Trek. Yeah, I mean, as
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters was one. Oh yes, you mean when Winston wasn't in the fucking
Yeah, when he
movie
was
on video?
never even
Yeah,
in most of the shot.
yeah. No,
Uh,
it's such a weird thing that people don't even like kids growing up don't even think about it in those terms. Their fucking
uh,
TV is this. Like, oh man. So Tom Atkins was also the lead in The Fog, which
yeah.
was another Nancy Keys, John Carpenter. That was Avco Embassy. That might have been the last one in his contract with them. He might have finished that. But The Fog, not infamously enough, was almost entirely reshot. The
Mm,
first version of The Fog, and they talk about it, him and Deborah Hill talk about it on the commentary, was very Hitchcockian, like the birdsy and shit, and it flopped in the test
They're like
audience.
they're like Adrian Barbeau's hair is like Tom Cruise's hair in Cocktail.
Lots of reshoots. So, but the original has never come out, and I'm like, but I want to see it.
Oh no. Good night. Uh, oh God.
Yeah, this one's foul. Like, it's really.
It's gruesome. It's
We're only
mean.
15 minutes in. Yeah, we have not. There's something we could talk about. We could spoil, but we'll wait till we get there. But this movie goes places to the point that I can't believe Universal put it out. Like,
Well, this clearly inspired Blumhouse.
oh yeah,
And this is a couple of years before the Terminator, where we were still in the midst of slashers. But this is something different.
oh my god. Oh, I love that fucking Dean Cundey. Look at that. Oh, Jesus.
I look at it. Eat your heart out visiting hours.
I don't think, yeah. I don't think there's like,
Oh wow.
is this before or after Scanners? This is a year after
After
Scanners,
after,
yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know if they would have been reacting to that, but like Scanners sort of popularized gory sci-fi in a way, was
Yeah, it
films
did.
before that.
Just because it was scanners and Videodrome, and
Yeah, so
that's when they started getting gorier. Friday the 13th Part 3. They were really, you know, amping it up because you got your Tom Savini
yeah.
and those guys.
And exit Nancy Keys. Look at the fireman's helmet.
Right. Look,
That thing looks like they got it from like a library story time. Look at the F on it wiggling.
yeah, it's flopping around.
It's a Halloween costume.
Yeah. Like, I'm just dressed as. I'm not the fire chief.
Well, they're clearly like, don't talk, we're not paying you. And he's over there just like,
Yeah, he's just moving his mouth. Look at that shit. And he's like drinking beer. That ain't coffee. There you go. That damn silver shamrock.
this is weird. I sure hope my ex wife didn't get that for my kids.
I still say I like Tom Atkins way better in Night of the Creeps.
I've never seen that. I need to see
Oh
that.
my god! What? He's amazing in that movie.
I want Fred Decker sending me another email. Yeah, Tom
He's
Atkins is one of those guys who should have had, I don't know, like a serious
oh look, it's
Stacey Nelkin.
Woody Allen's teenage girlfriend.
Is that what she did? She was in one of the.
Yeah, she was one of his. She actually was what 16. Then of course in this, She doesn't quite do much better, but uh,
Yeah, Tom Atkins and Jamie Lee Curtis were love interests in
yeah, the fog,
The Fog, and like it was like he's like
it's
they were
awkward
it's awkward, but they like sort of it. He's like, really, you like okay, like
because this chick here, Stacey Nelkin, had just done Up the Academy, where it was, very much a teenage
right.
character.
I guess I never realized this score was so like non-Halloweeny synth. Like this is very different score for
It's the thing almost,
yeah,
or it sounds a little like an alternate track score to The Shining or something.
yeah. It does sound very much like
And whose girl is that?
yeah. I know. I'm like
Who's secretary?
we should look that up.
This was their big shot too.
Well, it's just like I don't know, man. Fill up your supporting cast with reliable universal talent. Like drive over to the fucking Incredible Hulk set and pick up the guest star. And
Like, how is that not Lisa Eilbacher
oh wow, that'd be
or
fucking awesome.
somebody?
Because she's gonna disappear, right? Like
Yeah.
this movie takes a quick right. We just skipped a whole day, so like
So Sunday was Halloween. The day
who
the
wants to
kids would
go
have to
trick or
be home
treating?
early.
Yeah, who wants to go trick or treating on a fucking school night? This sucks.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh, there
look.
you go. No, there's Halloween on TV. Brought to you by Silver Shamrock.
Right. Turn from that crap. That Halloween bullshit. God, that bar.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Location, location,
sad
location.
bar.
Yeesh.
Hasn't her hair changed significantly in the last 2 days?
She let it down.
Okay.
She's got that weird Joni Cunningham hair.
If she and Jamie Gertz touched, they turn into a gelatinous blob.
Yeah, she does favor her a little. She didn't take off this chick at all.
There are a bunch of people who were in these fucking horror movies who never went on to anything, like the studio ones. It's weird. Like, look at what was it? The Paramount one,
Mm.
the Happy Birthday or whatever.
Oh, April Fool's Day.
Yeah, and it's like none of those
Amy
people.
Steele and yeah, Amy Steele, Biff from Back to the
Right,
Future,
like they're in a
Clayton, what's
studio.
his face?
Oh, Clayton Roner. Oh, that poor guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I got what's it called? Do you remember I Madman?
yeah, I never saw. If I saw it, I saw it like once, but
Yeah.
I remember it.
Not
Yeah,
bad. It's not horrible, but
yeah. so much details with the dates, everybody. Come on now.
So really, this is the whole movie is a lot of this,
Oh
a lot of
shit.
figuring out what's going on.
I think I remember that Frankenstein thing.
Yeah,
Because if you couldn't
I see.
dress up as somebody, you wore fucking plastic with their picture
Yeah, the
on it.
smock. Yeah,
Yeah.
the smock with the picture on it.
They had a Hulk one of those, I think.
Like my grandmother over the years had collected just a box full of masks. And if he didn't have a costume, he would just take the mask. One year, one of my cousins got stuck with a tattoo mask from Fantasy Island.
Okay, so he's got his beers.
It's Miller High Life,
Yeah,
the
fuck
champagne
yeah.
of beers.
You got a road trip, you need some beers. So I don't think we heard Nancy Keys' voice there. That looks like it's shot on that block where Michael Myers walks that we talked about in our Halloween 2 episode, which is
Yeah,
actually quite good because we get into
a lot of this location stuff is probably the
yeah.
same.
That's weird though, because that means that Haddonfield is in simultaneously exists in Northern California and Illinois. Weird.
Illinois, yeah.
I think they should have had Carpenter do one of these.
Hmm.
Like he should have launched the anthology thing versus having Tommy Lee Wallace do it. Like,
Well, at the time, he was like so done with it.
well, he was
Remember?
done with it, but he could have done any other fucking horror movie and released it under this title. This could have been The
Yeah,
Fog, right? You could have set The Fog on Halloween, and that's
yeah.
why they
Halloween
came
3,
back.
The Fog.
Yeah. Creepy
Crazy.
town. So, but yeah, I mean, this is like a special episode of TV as a movie.
This is very much a TV movie.
Like, that's Bruce
This is
Banner come to town, like,
this is one of the
or David,
made for TV Stepford sequels.
right?
Revenge of the Stepford Wives.
I don't know. Revenge of the Stepford Wives doesn't have that fucking. Oh, God, Dean. Look at him
The
go.
Stepford. Yeah, look at that. You go from the camera and then way back there to the mountains.
God, he's so good. Oh,
He just fills that whole frame up with just
yup.
everything. Mm, wow.
Nice wet streets, little Michael Mann wet streets there. This is how far are we in? Yeah, so we're 27 minutes in and it's
It's chugging along.
I don't know, it's an episode of Tom Atkins investigating doctor like
It's a it's a it's a Night Stalker episode.
this might have also been a hurdle for it taking off was I think everybody in town's going to have an exaggerated Irish accent.
You know what? If this was made for TV,
What?
Tom Atkins would have been William Shatner.
Oh fuck yeah! I was already thinking that William Shatner and Tom Atkins have
They got that same level of,
Yeah, it's like if Tom Atkins had done T.J. Hooker, it would have been like a serious
it would have
show.
ran, yeah, it would have ran for at least a decade straight through.
So Carpenter would do weird little town shit on his own with Village of the Damned in '95, and that's a fucking terrible movie. Also based on a British thing. So,
Mm.
and then what's it called? It's got weird little town in it too, in the Mouth of Madness, though
Oh,
very different than this.
oh no.
Oh hell yeah, we've got amusing fellow tourists.
Noxious, yeah,
Yep.
noxious tourist family.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know if little buddy's gonna make it.
oh,
Did
buddy
he
should have
just
got hit.
flip off his mom?
Yeah, early '80s badass kids. He's been watching Over the Edge.
Everybody's trying to hit him.
Uh, or we building up our body count here.
Well, you'd think you were, but you're not. Like, I don't think any of those people are very important. Like, they're not going to be around for a lot of it.
It's Miller time. What if he just was like going through the motions just to really to get at her? Like, because when you think about it, he really shouldn't care.
Right.
He's not really that emotionally
No,
invested.
he's not invested. Yeah, he's.
He was just some sleaze who was trying to get at her.
I mean, that does track. It is. Yeah, it tracks.
Well, look at that. Jeez, I wish I had this guy's timing. Wow.
There you go.
All he had to be was Tom Atkins and shit.
Yep.
Like there
Oh,
was
you
no
had an alcoholic fucking, yeah,
right, just drinking and
deadbeat dad, right? Like,
already with the smell of booze all day on his breath.
okay, so the town is
Okay,
shutting down for shit.
there's Jamie Lee Curtis bringing the town to sleep.
Mm, I really wish I had the gumption and wanted to make the effort to cut that into them setting up the like the nighttime lab stuff in ET. Uh-oh, there's a fucking cat on the street. Now we've just
Send the
got
minions out after the cat.
this is just straight escape from New York though. Like,
Yeah. A bunch of suits start chasing after the cat.
okay, weird video filters were still a little early here. But they would quickly take off.
It's like
Infrared being a big one.
there's
But this is
barely
before
anybody.
Wargreens.
There's barely anybody in the town to begin with. Uh, uh,
uh-huh.
Yeah, wipe that shit off.
Well, it's kind of funny because he's just a fucking drunk. Like,
Yeah, it's just, I mean, we haven't even seen him eat
nope,
or,
he doesn't
or
eat.
anything.
He
He just
doesn't
smokes and fucking drinks.
drinks and pursues 19-year-old girls whose fathers just died under terrible circumstances.
Uh,
That ought to be a very special guest star.
Yeah. Gene Kelly.
Oh shit, who would have been just like in bad shape ready for the oh god. This movie has Burt Young written all over it. He could have been that, he could be the dad, like
A lot of this is such filler. Like, it doesn't, it,
oh yeah. Cause like the movie hasn't even fucking we haven't even
yeah,
gotten to the how long
any
do we
big reveals
spend
or anything.
yeah, we haven't even it's hard
We're
I don't
just
want to
about to
spoil it, yeah, but
get
this
another
is
victim here.
but yeah, I mean, has there ever been any successful transition away from a slasher movie into like a different subgenre of horror, really? I don't think so. Like,
We know how they do it a lot of the time. They'll do a tone shift where the original is a horror, and then the second one, they'll try to do it goofy and
right.
sillier.
But like this is no Donald Pleasance. It has no
Yeah,
Michael Myers. It's got
yikes.
decapitation by
Hey,
hand.
wait, what? So,
No, they just tore his head off. He wasn't a robot.
okay,
It just looked like
right?
Terminator
Because
skin.
I'm
It
like,
just
wait a
looked like
minute,
Terminator skin. Yes.
Terminator shit.
What's she? Oh, she's got a Coca Cola.
An age appropriate chick. Uh, I guess she couldn't make it into the last Cheech and Chong movie.
Except you'll be dead, so it won't matter. So won't everybody be dead? I can't remember how this ends.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't know. Like businessman, bad guy, villains. This was early for that, and that would be sort of an '80s trope. But it's a weird thing
whoa.
in between. Uh, that's right. I forgot. If you wanted to be a movie star in the '80s and you were a woman, you did have to do nudity
Or some type
99%
of,
of the time.
yeah,
Yep.
some type of skin got to be shown. You know how long she probably had to stay wrapped up in that. Hey, we did get the shot right. We need to go back into the shower. Oh, she was supposed to parlay this into.
Yeah,
She was going to be the girlfriend on Chips. Yeah,
that would have been a perfect Lisa Elbacher part too.
yeah. She was busy back then. Yeesh.
Okay.
Wasn't this somehow about her looking for her father's killer? And
Yeah, but where did she get the lingerie?
do you think this is when they actually made the switch? Oh, spoiler alert.
Did they? That's what I'm trying to remember. Is was she ever
Yeah, was she ever?
ever human?
Because you don't have the father to confirm that.
Right. Like this is unrelated to.
Wow, it just
Wow. Okay.
no explanation, no workup to.
Nope. Not
It
at
should be
all.
so easy. Jeez.
I'm trying to think. Were themed commercials with countdowns like? In theory, they were a thing, but they weren't really a thing. Like
Mm, uh,
I can't remember.
unless it was a movie. Like I do
Like,
remember like one of the Friday 13th trailers. 3 more weeks.
okay, yeah, that kind of thing. But I guess there were also the McDonald's Mega Millions or whatever the game shit. They
Hmm.
promoted that with and talked about the deadlines. Yeah, but like this ought to be the cast of Jaws 2 a few years later. Like all those fucking kids who went on to nothing ought to all
Yeah.
be in here. Well, what's this?
Well, what's her face was she broke out. She was the first Avenging Angel around this time.
Oh, that's right. So this is also one of those movies that shows like incredibly advanced technology, but with the visuals of 1982 technology. Like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine why nobody wanted to watch this. Like, it's just too gory and gross. Like,
Yeah, it's like what is that all about?
why would it zap a spider into her? That's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to do.
No, don't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mel Gibson hadn't gotten to America yet.
uh,
I'm trying to think, what other was this pre V? Was the first V 83 or 84?
yeah, 83. Because then by 84, it was what? V the final battle
Yeah.
in the god awful show. That's when they lost it, the weekly series.
And here we go. Dan O'Hurley.
Overly.
A few years before RoboCop.
And a couple of years before Last Starfighter.
Oh, yeah. Also Universal.
Hmm.
Also
They
somewhat
did
related
not,
to.
even in the park, man. And now that I think about it, I don't even think they promoted it in like the actual Universal Studios park. The tour or anything. It's really weird. That could have been something they could have capitalized on back then.
I just don't think. I just don't think they. We haven't gotten to it yet. I don't want to spoil it, but I mean, it's like this is a hard thing to promote after a certain point. Like, I can't believe this got released. Like, we're not there yet, but there's going to be something where it's just like, yeah, you've never seen anything like it again because
Yeah, this it sucks as a Halloween movie. But even on its own, it's just kind of it's really standard, you know?
yeah, I mean, well, it's like a
It's one of those he knows you're alone movies.
when the Stepford Wives movies had already been the TV movies were they done by now?
No, they those ran shit. I think one of the last ones might have been 90 something.
But
They
there'd
just
been at
kept
least
making
one
those.
or two. I don't know. I'm trying to think what in Westworld and Future World.
And then
Spoiler
there was
alert,
the
folks.
series, right?
Yeah, we're about to get into androids and shit. I mean, because androids were easy. You
Yeah,
just,
it was just people, and then you tear
yeah,
off a piece of their arm or some shit.
and it's just Luke Skywalker's robotic arm and shit. Like it's not hard.
Yeah, got a lot of dummy work.
She's familiar
Yeah, right. What's with the accents?
because they're an evil transplanted Irish town and shit. Like, is that even? Look at the silver shamrocks. So weird. Just such a weird.
Yeah,
Going to buy your fucking silver shamrock stuffs directly at the factory. Like,
yeah. And for what? It's like, if they were so popular, why isn't the place like
right. Why isn't it
swamped
booming?
with? Wouldn't they have more people than just this hick family?
No, because they kill them all, right? And the Griswolds over here.
Oh, Hurley, he's having fun though.
Oh, yeah. There's some of those cool ass masks, 80s masks in the
Yeah.
background.
Hmm. He's very much doing a Willem Dafoe and Spider Man. He did a run of these. Just I think he just had fun whenever they called him out.
Well, yeah, because I mean, he mostly did TV shows and shit, right? Like this would be a
Yeah,
bit of a
and then what's it called? Last Starfighter. They put him under all that makeup. Like he played one of the aliens. It's how we make these sinister masks.
yep.
Just the same three.
Well, you don't need any more. Now, who's painting them? I want to see that.
Right. Where's the spray paint come in? Pumpkin, little pumpkin head.
Wonder what happened with all these masks.
Somebody's got a few of them somewhere. But then again, if that's actual latex, that shit is gone.
Right.
You'd have to preserve that shit. Like I remember I had a Michael Myers mask from years ago. That fucker
That
is a ball of Play-Doh with a wig on it.
there's a nice Fan of the Opera on the shelf.
Uh,
Yeah, that's
well, the witch could be a Green Goblin.
right. Alex Ross, Green Goblin.
Hell yeah.
Here you go, little friend.
Try this. Well,
Eating a fucking snack. I don't believe him eating the snack walking around like
yeah, the factory floor.
that's what I doubt about the realism of this is that they gave him a snack he could walk around on the floor with.
Acting like he's in Wonka's factory or some shit.
Yeah, I mean it is kind of like an evil Willy Wonka mixed with a leprechaun.
Yeah. Where's that ever loving gobstopper? It's a secret. You know about secrets, Charlie.
Feel like he's gonna sneak in there and that sort of just kicks off the end of the movie, right?
Pretty much. This is such a, like, it's so basic to the point where I don't even know why people appreciate it now more.
I mean,
Like,
because you
it
got the
ain't
Dean
horrible.
Cundey. You got at least
Yeah, but nobody, people like
no,
us, will appreciate it for that. But
no.
it's
Yeah,
not
it's
this. It's nothing. There's nothing about it that's like ironically cool.
no. And I mean, well, no. Tom Atkins is not
I
great.
mean, I like them,
She's
right?
yeah, I mean, like I like Tom Atkins, but like
But it's so basic. Like
they
it's.
have no chemistry because she's a
They're
little
right,
kid and
and she's kind of a no personality
yeah,
at all either.
that's my dad's car. But also, like, here we've got these guys who don't move, right? Or they move very statically. And
like it's
that should have been
blatantly
established
creepy.
earlier. Yeah. And it's like, he's basically what, John Hammond.
And now let's go to the Chocolate River. Yeah, they're evil Oompa Loompas.
Uh-huh. That
Nobody.
is a weird way of doing a remake.
Yeah, evil Willy Wonka. Okay, maybe this was when they.
I don't think
Yeah,
yeah.
it's either this or you're right. She couldn't have ever had been.
We might be giving it too much credit. And like, I don't know. We'll find out. There you go. Yes, your nice Dean Cundey.
Oh, look
Yeah.
who that is.
I hope the DVDs have the fucking, or the Blu-rays have the commercial.
I remember some website had a soundboard.
Well, Jamie Lee Curtis did the voice in this, and she does the voice in Escape from New York. So that
Mm,
means that Silver Shamrock sells its computer voice program to Lee Van Cleef in the future.
okay, so we can say that perhaps the switch was made here,
Right here. But there
but
are other points there could have been a switch too. But yes, this is
yeah,
the most obvious point.
but again, there's chance that yeah, she was a decoy anyways.
This is basically a chase scene from
Yeah, this is
Halloween
snack body
2.
snackers.
Yeah.
Well, the name of the town I think is
Santa Mirror. Yeah, I think it's
yeah.
the same. Tom Atkins is like, I will fall down in that bush.
All those prickly little thingamajigs in there.
But he'd be so drunk. Like
Yeah,
he's
he
not
wouldn't even be able
ready.
to focus. He
Yeah,
would be
he's
stumbling
not ready.
around.
Yeah. Like, okay, so they've got her there.
Right. Like
Mm-hmm. They can't see because they're robots or whatever.
what about the cameras in the town?
We have not done a lot with that subplot. We have not done a lot with the threat that Cochrane is watching him at all times. He should have done a show with Larry Manetti as Rick's serious brother.
Two tough cops in Baltimore.
Oh no, full spinoff. Full spinoff. Your cliffhanger for the first season is promising a returning guest star, and then it's Roger Mosley, but for a second you think it could be Tom Selleck. And then season three's got John Hillerman coming in for half the season, and then it gets canceled.
Mid season.
Yeah. There's four unaired episodes with like amazing
Right.
guest stars that have never aired. Yeah.
They put them on when it comes to USA
Mm-hmm.
years later. God, they used to have a good run, like rerun lineup. They're the only channel I recall replayed Riptide at all.
All right, so we're back in this spot, but I mean, it's only been a few minutes. Like it's been like 6 minutes since we were here, so we are speeding up. There you go. There's your camera.
Uh, you're right. Like that.
I also like how it's this very high tech story, and we're gonna get super high tech in a bit. But like this place is jank. Like
Yeah,
I,
it's old even for back then.
yeah, it's old for 1982, especially if you're a super successful company. Like
Oh God. Yeah, that's some straight Blade Runner shit.
yeah.
Give me life, fucker. Whoa!
They're just robots. So this would actually be bitching for an adaptation of there was a Swamp Thing first series story, the Clockwork People or something,
Mm,
where some guy makes a whole town of dead people who don't know that they're robot people.
mm.
And Alec Holland, he remakes Alec Holland there, but they could have done that. This could have been that could have been your earlier Swamp Thing sequel.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. Okay, so he hit the robot. Ew. What'd you do, man? Oh,
Oh, they
you
hit
thought it
him
was a
way too hard.
robot? Oh, you hit him too hard and you broke the cord, you jerk. They're pretty soft if you think about it. Like,
Yeah, they're not Cyberdyne.
no.
They're Silver Shamrock.
He needed Dr. Fax to do all the work. And you ruined it.
They needed Will Magnus. Wasn't that the doctor, the metal man?
Yeah. I do like his very 70s sideburns.
Yeah, it almost makes him look like a Hammer villain. I could have seen Peter Lawford playing his part too.
As you clean that pea soup off your hands.
But
Okay.
O'Hurley, he's just having so much fun.
Sunday the
Like,
31st. That's right. It's a shitty Sunday
yeah,
Halloween.
nobody's going out.
No, Halloween.
This
Do
is the
we
year
even
every
get
kid just got pissed off that they didn't get anything.
do we get a montage sequence of trick or treaters at least? I think we do, right?
Yeah, it's. I think it's really quick, but the plan is so dumb. Like, the plan is stupid. It makes no
Why
sense
why is Stonehenge part of this?
because I think they take shards of it and put it in those little discs or some shit.
Didn't I kill you? All right.
You mean to change the world into a bunch of human-sized lizards? It just this movie feels like it came out 4 years too late.
Yeah, it does have a very like 70s,
It's very 70s.
but it's got the 80s budget. Like this is
Right.
a big set. Like this is look at this fucking oh man.
Yeah, I like that shot.
Yeah, that was not an easy crane shot to keep smooth, right? Like, oh,
No,
and then we're
nope.
fucking look at him go. Oh,
And it goes right there to it.
Dean. That might be Steadicam. That might be because they used Steadicam for the first time on Escape from New York.
Mm.
Duh.
He's such a fairy tale villain.
Mm-hmm. But like none of this makes sense. Okay, here we go.
Hmm.
Okay.
Put it in the disc.
Did you notice that guy looking dead into the camera? Like,
Yeah.
Dean told me not to look into the camera. Is he still there? Oh, shit. Shit.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Are we done? Are we done?
Here she is.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's no point in having brought him there. Like, it wasn't like they cared, right? Like, unless they were trying to clean up the hospital, but that seems like a lot of work to bring Tom Atkins up there. But it does explain why she would hook
Why
up
is
with
it
him
important that he knows all of this? So,
because he's a Bond villain.
yeah.
William Atherton's little brother there.
Nice shirt.
Okay, you're in a bunker. You should notice that yeah, like wife's like, what the fuck?
Damn it. Uh-huh.
What? So this is early morning Halloween, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Doors locked.
Oh, you dummy.
How is that not Brian Dennehy? If you wanted to do a big
Or Hoyt,
family man, like,
Hoyt Axton.
ooh, oh, because it was 84, because nobody realized they could do that with Hoyt Axton yet.
No. Oh. Uh-oh.
I guess they couldn't convince Jamie Lee Curtis to do that voice. All right, everybody, here it is.
Yeah.
Watch the magic.
Here's what inspired Blumhouse.
But Is there a cut scene explaining that they came back from the hotel? All
Hmm.
right, because this is the next day, so they would have had to come back. So yeah, it turns into some sort of melting acid.
Yeah. And bugs crawl out of it.
So it was a spider for the other person, but a bug here. Okay. Snakes now. Stonehenge is pretty fucking evil, is what I'm getting out of this.
I guess so. Somebody call Indiana Jones. Oh wow.
Yep, we got a full getting
They
bitten
couldn't
by a snake. Nope.
just step on it. Homie had no survival skills whatsoever. Mm,
And yeah, so the plan is he's going to kill every kid on Halloween with one of his masks. So I can't imagine.
but this is, every kid who actually has a silver shamrock mask.
Plus
And
the people nearby who will die from snake bite. But yeah,
for somehow it's guaranteed this plan is supposedly going to work.
and for some reason, critics and audiences didn't embrace this at the time. Okay, so we've got 27 minutes left. Oh, here's our montage.
Yeah. So they're all buying Halloween costumes on Halloween.
Yep,
Who does that?
nobody in the world does that.
Landis department store.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Baton
that
Rouge.
looks very much like Baton Rouge.
See, look, it's a ballerina with a pumpkin and a skull and a ballerina and a fairy and a witch head and a skull and a witch, a clown with a skull head.
This one looks just like E.T. Like,
Yeah, that was around the corner. Oh,
and
well, there go his kids.
yep, this
And
was
that
the
was the
trailer
poster.
shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, poster and trailer shot.
tonight nobody comes home or something like that.
Yep.
Well, they're not in front of a TV though.
Nope.
They're out
And
trick or treating. So how does that work?
they miss it. But why would they miss it? Why would it? If it's sent out over airwaves, why wouldn't it hit the kids wherever they were?
Well, right, because they have the disc, the,
Yeah,
the thing in the.
in the head. Yeah.
And they didn't even account for time zones.
Nope. What's this smooth jazz in the background?
So what? They sent somebody for her too
I don't know. I can't.
because she's trying. Yep, there we
Yeah.
go.
So I mean, this does lend credence to the idea they might have wanted to clean up Tom Atkins
Mm,
because they had that body up there they needed to. But it took them a while to get there to take care of the body.
God,
Yeah, man.
they're already robots, so it's like what?
Yeah. They're
Who
mean
can
fucking robots, though. They're
who would
mean.
explain this type of shit here though? Like this is clearly
Okay.
because the movie needs a body count.
Yeah. But what did you just learn? I don't understand yet. Oh my God, this is taking forever. Oh my God, the movie thinks we like her a lot more than we do. Okay, so was he waiting? Meaning if she
Yeah,
hadn't
how is
figured
that
it
in the
out?
same room? And
Yeah. Okay. And where, yep, the
mm,
MPAA said you can't do the close up.
no,
You can't do the close up and do the eyes too. But maybe you can do we get any bloody anything? Nope. Okay. It's now 7:30. We've seen the kids watching the TV in their fucking masks earlier, but
hmm.
apparently that was not the broadcast.
Oh, everybody's gonna be watching the same shit at the same time, right?
I'm just a bad dude.
Because everybody was home.
There we go.
Oh,
This ought to be the intro to one of the Halloween sequels.
yeah. This is like just like his Raul Julia in Street Fighter. That day changed your life, but for me, it was just Tuesday.
This should be Thorn.
I think at one
That's
point they were thinking about doing that, tying him into it, but it makes more sense. Early he could have came back.
oh
I would have,
yeah.
you know, he's kind of a what you call it.
Well, he could have
Um,
even come back. When did he pass?
he's very much like the tall man.
Yeah, he could have come back for like the Miramax one. They didn't have Pleasance, but do
Well,
a
he's
weird
making him
crossover.
watch Halloween.
No, no, no. We know this movie. What time did Halloween start playing if that's 7 minutes and 49 seconds? Bullshit. There's no way that scene in Halloween is playing at 7:49 p.m.
Unless it came on at like
5:30.
6:30,
No, because
6:30 to
that's
8:30.
yeah, okay, 6:30 to 8:30. Well, no, no, because that's like 15 minutes from the end of the movie.
Yeah, but commercials.
I don't know.
They know how to stretch that shit even then. Or it's probably the extended one, right?
Yeah, right. It's the extended one, and they're going to do one of those commercial breaks where you have the short commercial, the show comes back for a minute 30, and then you have the
Yeah.
long
And they go
break.
another one. Yep.
Yeah, then you have another one. Yeah. We know how they are in fucking Santa Mira. Local television.
I don't hear any screaming because there's nobody in the fucking town. Like,
So, despite being at the epicenter of the signal thing being sent out, um, oh, he got the mask off. Never mind. I was gonna say, like, it should
oh
still.
wow,
He needed to establish that skill early on.
yeah. That he was just a crack shot with those.
Yep. This is only kids in the US, though. That's the other thing. We haven't established that
Right.
it has an international distribution. So he's sacrificing the children of the United States.
What clock is he on? Because a lot of kids are either still trick or treating or headed to bed somewhere.
Well, it's a Sunday night.
Yeah,
So
it's a Sunday night. Nobody's staying up.
what time's this show on? At 8? Like, oh, it's already 8:11. That was a fast 20 minutes. Die Hard.
Uh-oh.
Holy
Here
shit,
we
it's
go.
Die Hard.
Come out to the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs.
At 9,
Yeah, it's some bullshit.
oh, does he save the day? Oh, I thought this ended with all the kids dying.
Well, I think it's one of those does he or doesn't he type endings.
Camera 2.
Why, that's the room I kept him in.
Well, these are like dumber than Westworld robots. Like,
Yeah, they're drones.
yeah, you would think you would want something with a little bit more intelligence to do all your evil mad scientisting for you since you're not doing any work.
Well, that's why he built what's her face.
When does she come into it? God damn, how much longer is there? Ah,
Yeah, it's not much.
14 minutes? She disappeared for 20 minutes of the movie? God. So these are all the masks that they didn't ship out that are going to be useless because they're going to kill all the kids in a second. I worry about
Oh, he's gonna
Cochran's
call
business practices. Who's he calling?
his ex.
Why is he? Oh, because he's
His
on the
kids have
company
masks.
line so he can call out. Okay. Yeah, he ought to be a little bit better at his panicked thing.
I know where he is. I'm not drunk. Uh, oh well.
Yep.
No more child support.
Okay, now we're getting into. Well, Looker was an Android movie, right?
Yeah, but that was one nobody like. It kind of
Yeah,
came and went.
it
It
came
was a
and went,
cable
but
movie. I saw it more on cable than anything, and
Okay,
Okay, this is where the movie just kind of snowballs, it falls apart.
why is the other android paying attention? Also, was that really 15 minutes?
This becomes the end of They Live pretty much from this point on.
Hmm.
Like They Live repeats this exact ending.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with end of the world endings is that like it's a hard balance. I do like that shot. Look at that lighting.
Yeah.
Oh man, Dean turning a literally empty, boring room into like.
Hmm.
Plus, you could get a lot of stills out of this movie that made it seem like a better movie. Like you could cut this. They they
Yeah,
should have
there's
been able to cut a nice trailer for this.
a
Like,
lot of yeah, a lot of clips and stills.
yeah, okay, it's got a microchip in it.
Uh,
When's something gonna happen? Like,
mm,
you're now showing off your computer stuff. Like,
yeah, it's just all
your
this.
set. You're like, this is a bitchin' set. If it were 1974 or something, like they'd be really impressed with this set the year before Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Or no, because Star Trek: The Motion Picture had shit. Did the movies have touch screens, or were the movies switches still? I think.
I think they still had switches in the early
Yeah.
ones.
Oh no. Okay, so his plan is to send the signal and then,
Oh,
yep,
he shorted them all out.
short him out like it's my science project or something. They're tossing up their pea soup. Those guys who did not get hit on the stairs just shorted out, which makes no sense.
Well, they're all part of a hive mind,
Oh,
probably.
okay.
Although it doesn't make sense because, well,
Yeah, somebody else should have gone out
somebody
too
else should have
then.
fell out. Yeah.
Who's the guy in the other suit down there, though? Or no, because the other suit guys are the security.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Have you seen The Keep? It's going to be like The Keep. Or no, this is before The Keep.
Nice try. Mm,
Okay. It just
alrighty.
turned him into Dr. Manhattan. Nope.
Hmm. Oh, all right.
So, I mean, it zapped him out of this reality, which means he could come back in a future movie.
Yeah, something. Oh wow.
Yep, there's a composite shot.
Yeesh, look at that.
Wow.
I wonder if that's an old Bates Motel set.
It kind of looked like it, didn't it?
Well, it's still up at
Yeah.
Universal.
I wonder if they'll.
They just move the house every now and then. Uh, and note, she hasn't said a word.
Since he got her, yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
I mean, they should have made the girl model as strong as the boy model. They shouldn't have been sexist in their killer robot
yeah.
strength level. Like, should have been able to pop his cheeks instead of just scratching him.
Or, yeah, scratches or smashes skull with one hand like
Is
that.
her skull? Is her arm going to be knocked off? Is that what this is promising?
Yeah, it's dumb.
Uh oh. The rotors. Wow. Good thing I've got a flashlight. Oh,
God,
he's
she
got
looks
it.
like my fifth grade homeroom teacher.
Oh, pea
Blah, blah,
soup
blah.
time. Wow.
Okay, that would be the moment I'd just stand there so confused. Did I really a robot?
Oh shit. That's the arm. We've been wondering where the arm came from that they built the Terminator technology on. That's the arm. And then when they left the better arm is when they got the future, like the future got more technical, but
Hmm,
that could be the arm. Because you remember, how they had much more impressive future stuff in Terminator 2. That was because they'd left
yeah.
the arm from the first Terminator. Or not, because they'd have the whole body here. Gross. Unnecessarily gross.
Just came to no surprise whatsoever to audiences everywhere.
God. Why is it still going? Okay, so he's going to run down the streets and warn us about Silver Shamrock now.
Yeah, it's the body
Oh,
snatchers ending.
does he actually get on a truck with masks? Oh, it's the guy from the
Oh, dude, yeah,
beginning. It all ties together,
yeah. See, we're
except
we're back at the beginning. Wah wah wah.
Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.
Oh wow, dumb kids with silver shamrock
Yep,
masks. Hey, take some candy, y'all. Wait, is that a bunch of kids who drove up there for candy?
yep.
Where's the adult? Like, who
What
drove the
adult?
car?
Good thing they all believed him.
So far. Oh
Ah.
well. Wah, 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 wah.
It's like a Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
Just was about to say it.
Well,
Little buddy.
Tom had an unfortunate Halloween this year.
Okay, so Nancy Kiesel, Dick Warlock is the assassin. Willie Chalice, played by Joshua Miller.
Oh yeah, that odd little guy.
Yeah.
Never put him and Stephen Jeffries in the same room. Something bad could happen.
Okay. But we don't have 10 minutes of credits here. We've only got 2. They're not playing it like a fucking Aliens versus Predator movie
Oh
or
yeah, this is the good old days when your credits were a good 2 minutes, minute and a half, low tech.
it seems like it should end with, if you're interested in hiring Alan Howarth in association with John Carpenter, call.
It should have the when in Hollywood,
Yeah.
visit Universal Studios, ask for Babs.
Stunt coordinator Dick Warlock.
He was all over these.
Yeah. So yeah, 1982, and this would kill Halloween until
Yeah,
88. Yeah.
this was the least revered Halloween film until suddenly, out of nowhere, people just started having some love for it. And I'll never figure it out. It's really standard, and Night of the Creeps is a much more fun time.
Animation courtesy of Bakshi
Actually,
Productions. Wow.
wow,
Filmed in Eureka, California. 1982, Dino De Laurentiis Corporation. So this is when Dino was making, this was one of Dino's 2 Halloween movies. And then it went back to Mustafa Akkad after this.
mm.
Michael Myers will return in. Nope, not
ah,
Lionsgate. Nope, it's not a Lionsgate. Nope. Why'd you
geez.
say that?
That's almost as bad as looking at Conan the Barbarian now.
Oh, what's it got?
It's got the fox in the beginning.
What was
It's
that
hard to watch that.
originally?
It was Universal.
Why doesn't it? Why is it in Fox now?
Mhm. I was so pissed when I got the DVD. Even on the Blu-ray, it's still Fox now. It doesn't look right.
No, it's weird that they're not like, I don't know. That
I
the,
think
the
the Destroyer is Universal still, for some reason.
just put 2, just have both. Like I think they used to do just both, right? Like cuz it was like a prestige thing, like Anchor Bay liked having the original logo on there and shit. Like look what we're putting out, even though the original doesn't. But
I don't even like how even Action Jackson has a shitty the Warner logo at the beginning of that, and initially it was Lorimar.
right, and then Warner's kind of bad. Yeah, all the Lorimars are bad about that. And then the other one that was weird is the wasn't Castle Rock at both Warner and there's something weird with Castle Rock stuff sometimes too.
I thought it was Columbia.
Yeah, but I thought there was no Regency, maybe one of those other ones did a
Oh,
couple.
what's the one with the Robin Hood music?
That one, yes, that one. That's
Hang on, damn it!
Prince
Come
of
on, come on, come on, come on.
Thieves. That is Morgan Creek. It was
Morgan
Morgan
Creek,
Creek.
yeah.
Yeah, Morgan Creek. Um, they were at Fox, then they were at Universal, then they were at Paramount, then they were at Warner, then they went back to Universal for 2 years and somehow turned into Spy. The guy went on to do Spyglass, and the leftovers did something with franchise, but then that fell apart. Blah blah blah. Like, yeah, very weird. But they were all over the place, and that's entirely unrelated to this. So, because their first movie was Young Guns. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man. Huh.
All right. Well,
Well, yeah, that was Halloween 3.
yeah, we'll be back.
Not the greatest.
Not the
Hey,
worst.
it's not the worst. Big ups to Tom Atkins and all that, but
Yeah.
I don't get where the roses are where Halloween 3 is concerned. It's entertaining. It's just kind of bland too. Like it's nothing that you haven't seen before if you're a fan of this type of shit. So
Except
and
dead kids, you know.
well, yeah, Dead Kids, which is becoming a thing now. With Blumhouse. Mm.
But at the time,
At the
yes.
time, yeah, it was very shocking because kids were, young and cuddly, and with the exception of, well, that was the 70s. Never mind. Thinking of, the one where, what was it? Uh, Brooke Shields' character got killed. Alice, Sweet Alice.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's it until there's another Halloween, and then we'll be back with another pickup season.
Mm-hmm.
Night, everybody.
There you go. There you go.